Hey everyone, Al DeMarco here, General Manager at DeMarcosports.com, and this is going to be your No Frills Thursday NFL video report. Yes, no frills. Listen, YouTube just sent a little message here on my channel that said, hey, congratulations Al, you created your channel way back in 2009. Well, actually, YouTube, you got a mistake there. I actually had the channel long before 2009, but you just didn't realize it. But nonetheless, in the old days, you used to have to be bored by this little 30-second snippet with all this flashy music and these video snippets of me and this announcer with his deep DJ voice, sounded like he was having his ear cut by his hand, saying, hey, Al DeMarco, you saw him on FoxSports.com and MSNBC and Comcast TV and blah, blah, blah. Even I was bored with what they were saying about me, and I wrote the script. Anyway, I just don't give a damn anymore. So let's get to the video. There are two things that I've said to you repeatedly over the years, and they both ring true tonight. One, marquee games are often the most difficult to win. And two, you bet with your head and not with your heart. Listen, my hometown Eagles are playing tonight. I'm going to be watching the game, just like you, but I'm not going to be betting it because it is a tough game to figure out. To me, going for my fourth straight football winner over the past 3 weeks, the best bet on the card is the game that you're probably not even aware is being played tonight, and I guarantee you 98% of you are not watching it, except for you way back there. Yeah, I know you. The guy that actually is a Memphis Tigers fan. Yeah, it's the Memphis Navy game. Again, most of you didn't even know it was being played, but I think that's the best bet on the board. So, with that being said, let's break down this game, and I want to give you a couple of betting alternatives for the Eagles-Vikings game as well. So, the problem with this game, the way I see it, is that you have a line that's 6.5 points. Philadelphia is favored with a total of 48.5. 6.5. It's like being out on an island, right? You've got a line when it's 6.5. Sure, I could buy down the half point, but you got to win by a touchdown, right, to make it a win. That's the problem. The issue is that Minnesota managed to screw up things by losing at home to Tampa. First of all, how do you lose at home to Tampa? But by losing at home to Tampa, that messed up this line. And what I mean is this. If the Vikings had won last week, this would be a 4.5 point number, and I would be here not giving you this play for free. I would be having it as my best bet tonight on the Eagles minus 4.5, and I would be betting down the half point on the Eagles. Simple as that. But Minnesota, because they lost, the overreaction has increased the line and made Philadelphia 6.5 point home chalk. Listen, it's not like the Eagles played well last week at New England, jumped out to the 16-0 lead, and then just with one of the most listless performances you will see, we're lucky to hold off the Patriots, and the Patriots are not a good team. Did I not give you a free selection and told you last Sunday when my best bet was a rare 30-dime release on the 17th I've had in the NFL over the past 22 years since I created the site was going to be Jacksonville and the Eagles? I had considered to be that play. That's how much I like Philadelphia. They were damn lucky to cover as a 3.5 point chalk after blowing that lead and holding on for the 25-20 win. The offense was clearly not in sync, so much so that after the game, Nick Sirianni said that he would have to perhaps reconsider his preseason philosophy of resting all his starters, particularly quarterback Jalen Hurts, because that's how out of sync the offense was. Hey, Nick, you could have just listened to my advice, as I've given all the NFL coaches, that when you rest your starters in the preseason or only play them a couple of series, that's what happens to your team. They don't have that cohesiveness and the chemistry in the opening week of the season. And it wasn't just the offense either. The pass defense, the overall defense for the Eagles, they couldn't put any pressure on Mac Jones, a guy who was, ranked 26th among starting quarterbacks last year in the NFL, allowed Mac Jones to throw 3 touchdown passes and 316 yards total. I think they didn't get the first sack of Mac Jones against a New England offensive line that is not any good and had injury problems as well. First sack came in the fourth quarter. They just couldn't get any pressure. And you know the Eagles' MO is getting pressure on opposing quarterbacks. So, really a bad performance. And the offense, by the way, with Jalen Hurts, 4 for 13 on third downs, only netted 251 yards. The offensive line of the Eagles, one of the best in the business, allowed 3 sacks. Now, granted, New England does have a good defense. So, lots of warts for Philadelphia. But then again, At least the Eagles won on the road. What's the Vikings' excuse? My God, how do you lose to Tampa at home? That's embarrassing. In the first half, the Vikings marched up and down the field, totally dominated. It was a game, if you could just say you win it on the stat sheet, well, the Vikings certainly won it. I mean, they dominated 287 to 85 in total yards in the first half, but because of turnovers, it was a game that was tied at the half 10-10. Tampa had 3 turnovers in that game. Kirk Cousins, a goal line interception, 2 costly fumbles. Vikings couldn't run the ball. They got rid of Dalvin Cook, huh? 17 carries, 44 total yards. Kirk Cousins, an interception at the goal line. I did say, we've heard that said before, haven't we? And that's why they lost. I mean, that was the bottom line. Both teams, lots of injuries here coming into this game. Let me give you the significant one. For the Eagles, starting cornerback James Bradbury going to be out tonight. He's going to be replaced by a second-year corner. Their starting safety, Reed Blankenship, he is going to be out tonight. They lost their starting middle linebacker, Nakobe Dean. He's going to be out for a number of weeks. For the Vikings, their starting center, Garrett Bradbury, he is going to be out. Their left tackle, Christian Darrisaw, he left the game twice against Tampa. Who knows what his status is going to be tonight. Also, their top edge rusher, Marcus Davenport, was in and out of the lineup last week. Who knows if he'll be, or if he is playing tonight, what percentage of top health he will be at for this evening's game. And let's face it, the Vikings need to be able to put some pressure on Jalen Hurts. So both teams have some injury concerns. I still like the Eagles in this spot. But 6.5, even buying down that half point, I'm asking the Eagles to win by 7. I just don't feel that confident here in this game with Philadelphia. So let me hit you with some alternatives. I like teasers. The guys that do best on teasers at the site, no ifs, ands, or buts, myself and Shawn Michaels. Teasers are not sucker plays. Parlays are sucker plays. Teasers, if you know how to play them, are actually wise investments. You have to pick your spots. I think a teaser would work here tonight. If you were to take Philadelphia, a 2-team, 7-point teaser, you're taking Philadelphia and just saying the Eagles have to win outright at home, right? You're taking a 6.5-point favorite down to pick them. And then you take this total down from 48.5 down to 41.5. Now, I know the games went 12-4 under last week, but you have 2 teams with good offenses that were sluggish last week. I've discussed numerous times why I thought teams were sluggish in week number 1. I think the points will be scored here tonight. 41.5. My God, 24-21, and you got an over, right? I think that's a way to play the game tonight. Philadelphia and the over in a teaser. Or, and this takes patience, I want you to consider this. How about a teaser this way? Philadelphia pick them tonight and hook them up with one of these 3 teams. Buffalo is a 9.5-point favorite at home against the Raiders on Sunday. You can take Buffalo down to 2.5 points. Are the Bills going to lose 2 in a row to open the season? Nope. The 49ers are a 7.5-point favorite against the Rams in LA. Do you really believe the Rams are that good just because they beat Seattle? I don't think so. You could take the 49ers basically -1 at LA. Or you could take Dallas at home against the Jets. That line is skyrocketed up to 9.5. If you're going to do this one, you bet it today, right? You complete the teaser right now. And you take Dallas -2.5 at home against the Jets. Of those 3 teams, I think Buffalo and Dallas are the 2 best bets. I think Dallas probably is the best of them all, so I'd say Dallas, Buffalo, and then the 49ers to complete that teaser along with Philadelphia. So I would say the way to play tonight's game is you either take Philadelphia and the over at a 2-team 7-point teaser, or you take Philadelphia and hook Philadelphia along with Dallas on Sunday, or Philadelphia along with Buffalo. That's the way I would play it. Listen, guys, sometimes it's not getting the immediate results. Sometimes you have to think and be strategic with the way you play games. That's the way I would play it tonight. So that'll do it. You see the 1-day free all access pass there at the bottom of the screen. You can get my play and all the plays of all the handicappers for free. If you've never taken advantage of it before, do so. All the plays, all the handicappers normally cost $99 today. You get it for free if you've never done so before. And FYI, if you are interested and you never want to miss another video report, because I know you miss my smiling face, maybe I'll get my wife to finally subscribe to the channel. I highly, highly doubt that. I really do. She's probably tired of even hearing me talk at 5 o'clock or 5:30 in the morning, probably waking her up. You can always subscribe to the channel. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. Don't miss another exciting episode. Oh, yeah, I know. Anyway, that'll do it. Best of luck. Talk to you again soon. Later, guys.